Okay, so here we are. Everything that was on that table earlier is now basically on the MikroBench. And so what we've got, the only thing I didn't put on there was the 7 1/4 inch chop saw, because that takes up the base and everything I would need to basically keep everything off of there. And then you either use this or use your other stuff. And then again, you wouldn't normally put all this stuff on at the same time, but I just wanted to show how everything can fit. So if I was doing a bunch of clamping, I'd have it filled with clamps, even though a lot of this other small stuff will fit in between there, but most of it would be clamps. I probably wouldn't have the drill press on it. But if I'm going to be doing drill pressing, I might have this drill press on, and if I were back at home, I might even have a second drill press on, because you can put another one on the other side, or I might put the 10-inch bandsaw, the Rikon bandsaw, that mounts right on this edge. So you just basically switch out depending on what you want to do. But I do have on there, like I have the Craig, any type of 3/4 inch dog type of thing. I've got wrenches, I've got the bits, I've got the speed square, right? And then I've got my Incra, I've got the 9-inch tape measure, the DeWalt, I've got pencils, I've had more Allens, I've got the wrench here, I have a wrench here, I have a couple of Allens back there that stick right in there, and they're all ready to go, right? And then the drill press is mounted. It's really solid. You can actually spin it and lock it down and spin it and face it whichever way you want, depending on what you're doing and how you want to do it. And then you've got the chisel, which is the scraper. That's for the Gorilla Glue, right? I've got Gorilla Glue inverted and the regular glue, the inverted, so that when you grab them and use them, they actually come out rather than having to wait or shake them, right? I've got a brush for gluing. I've got a remote control. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 drivers on there, right? 18 volt, they're the type that have the 12 volt are the type that have the flat bottom battery. Otherwise they're 18 volt, and all of them sit on there really nicely. I've got the large router, and I don't have the small router out here, but I could put the small router out there as well, depending on what I'm all doing. And then underneath there's actually storage, so you can go underneath and put all this stuff in there. In fact, if you're, like, for instance, if you're going to be using the bandsaw, or excuse me, the chop saw, and you want to take the riges off, those are knockdown joinery, so I would just take those off. I take off tray number 2, take off tray number 3, and then they're all going to fit inside there. And then after 5, of course, then this would come off of here, right? You pull those off, and then this is always after 5, right? That would go in there. That could go in there like that. It's 5 o'clock somewhere, right? That would go in there, and you're all ready for the after 5 gang. So anyhow, and then oh, I didn't even mention that it holds an iPad or a Android type of device that actually sits right up here, and you can put it horizontal or you can put vertical, and then the charger goes right down, the charger cable goes right down there. And then the same thing with my iPhone, that would basically fit right in here, and that can go vertically to put the charger in, or you can put it horizontally, so that all fits in there as well. So everything just fits like a glove. It's all in one place, and not only that, it looks good. And I tell you, when I pull this thing out on a campground, like right now, we're camped in, man, I don't even know where we're camped. I think we're in Louisiana. But whenever I pull this thing out, all these people come and so I think what is that, you know? Anyhow, so it's always kind of fun to pull this thing out at a campsite. So there you go.